Welcome everyone to Medium Rare Poetry. My name's Filet Mignon, your host and poet, coming to you from southeast Queensland in Australia, where the weather has turned chilly, which means Easter is on its way. But in my little studio here, I'm warm as toast, even though it's raining outside and fairly miserable. We can't go anywhere because diesel fuel has now, thanks to Donald Trump's war on Iran, has increased to $3.34 per litre, which in America would put it at above $12 per gallon. So I wonder how we're comparing with our northern neighbours. Anyway, so while we're here, we may as well write a poem, and I was about to write one for Easter when I had a close encounter. And that changed the whole theme of my poem. So today, this poem is entitled Easter Enigma. Easter Enigma by Filet Mignon. There I was, secreting Easter eggs in my backyard. It's quite a vast expanse of grass, which made this very hard. Without a tree or shady bush, it was an awkward stunt to hide 500 shiny eggs for this year's Easter hunt. I plonked them in the open, they were hidden in plain sight. The hunt would be rescheduled for the middle of the night. I watched the sparkling ova glisten sweetly in the sun, ensuring kangaroos would never squash them just for fun. And as I gazed in dreamy peace, my eyes were seen to pop. A little spacecraft whizzed right up, and bugger me, it stopped. It landed in between my glowing Easter egg display. My backyard was a landing strip, an ET ship runway. I didn't flinch. I knew that we'd be visited sometime. Oh yes, I had been frozen by some telepathic slime. Of course, then came the little hatch that opened to behold 3 black and white clad visitors from interstellar cold. Approaching me just like a neighbour coming for a beer, they seemed to have no problem with our earthly atmosphere. "Take me to your leader." Oh, this visit was cliched. I fell about with laughter at this alien charade. "Now listen, mate, our leaders are all verging on moronic. They'll fill your heads with bulldust, propaganda that is chronic. You may as well just chat with me. I've got no axe to grind. Besides, I know a little bit about our humankind." Their captain seemed to understand and signalled me to wait, then sent a beam of energy aloft and very straight. In seconds there were 17 new craft that did appear and landed in my yard, disgorging Martian musketeers. They marched in tidy order like a herd of little pandas and settled down to listen on my overfilled veranda. I offered some refreshments, unaware of what they ate. I hadn't been prepared for this. My fridge was in a state. Politely they declined my gifts of milk and stale muffins and set about embarking on this planetary discussion. "First of all, we thank you for your sign that brought us here. Your landing lights are brighter than some others, not so clear." My landing lights? Ah, Easter eggs wrapped up in shiny foil. They're hollow chocolate sweetie treats enclosed so they won't spoil. They're meant for all our children. Landing lights sound super funny. We kid them that they're choice delights laid by the Easter Bunny. "Research has shown your rabbits are a species of your mammal. They have as much chance laying eggs as would your desert camels." Well, this is human playfulness designed by marketeers, where chocolate sells for thrice the price because of bunny ears. And what term is this Easter thing? Does it relate to wind? You note its source direction where your compass points are pinned? Well, no, it's a religious name that spans 2,000 years, where Jesus Christ was crucified to save the world from tears. So you are celebrating that a man can be impaled? Your rituals are archaic, could have readily be jailed. And does your Jesus so decree that this is known as my day? Well, no, for some weird reason we have titled it Good Friday, a disrespectful lexicon for grave commemoration. And what would be the purpose of this miscommunication? 3 days later, Jesus rose, freed from his deathly tomb, and showed to his disciples that a life again can bloom. He showed the unbelievers that there really is no death, returning just to show us that we have eternal breath. And where did this unparalleled of martyrs make his stand? Way over in the Middle East, there lies the Holy Land. Well, we must make a journey and absorb this high vibration. I wouldn't make that trip right now. It's bogged in conflagration. For centuries this place has been a source of crude unrest, with many pious factions who attest their faith is best. So humans test the Jesus way by ending many lives, then watch for resurrection by the ones who do survive. This is a most peculiar way to question your religion, where peace and love should prove the point, not shitting like a pigeon. Right now, I was uncomfortable at this new stellar view. The simple truth was we had made a mess and now we're screwed. In short, you have a doctrine that is muddled all through money, manifesting chocolate eggs laid by a chocolate bunny. My little congregation then returned to board their craft. I felt complete deflation. Yes, we had made Easter daft. As one, they rose into the sky, of earthly life enlightened. They'd blanched at our hypocrisy. Their knowledge now was heightened. I searched across my whole backyard, and all my eggs were gone. The cunning buggers pinched the lot, the sweet-toothed cosmotrons. I heard the war had ended with a hypersonic weapon. Iran and Israel flattened by a chocolate Armageddon. Of course, my little cosmic visitors were absolutely right in pointing out the fact that us humans have taken every religious festival with true meanings of love and humanity and commercialized them to such an extent that the true meaning gets lost. And who'd have thought that they would have taken my Easter eggs and weaponized them? But it seemed to have had a good result, according to the poem anyway. And I hope you like the poem. Please like, share and subscribe and leave a comment on my little channel. And then if you press the notification bell, YouTube will let you know when another one's coming. So thank you again for listening and watching. And I love you all and have a wonderful Easter in the true meaning of it. Bye-bye for now.